feel like you're already doing everything you can in regards to losing weight or maintaining a healthy weight as you get older, but you're just not quite seeing the results that you want, right? Say you're already working out a couple times a week. What if you're already walking your dog? What if you're already being active and you're still seeing too much of this? This is a pound of fat, and it typically resides around the belly fat area for us women, doesn't it? What if I could show you a way to use nutrition in a very simple way to take care of the rest of that, to fill the gap? You know how, have you heard that phrase where it says 20% of our health is what happens in the gym and 80% of our health is what happens in the kitchen? Well, a lot of times there's just a gap in understanding of what to do in the kitchen. So this video series is to fill that gap, give you some key pieces of information that you may or may not be aware of yet so that you can really build muscle, okay? It takes up less space than fat. Myth busted right here. Muscle does not weigh more than fat. You may have heard that before. I had heard that. I had to do some research and kind of go, wait, what? Turns out they weigh the same. What I'm holding in my hands are both a pound of muscle and a pound of fat, but a pound of muscle takes up less space. That's why when it comes to losing weight or preventing weight gain, maintaining a healthy weight over time, especially as we get older, muscle is what's going to help you lose the inches, okay? It takes up less space. You can literally weigh the same as somebody else, but if you have more muscle, you'll be in a smaller dress size. Did you know that each dress size is about 10 pounds? Okay, so if you want to maintain your dress size, you got to be careful of those 10 pounds. Or if you want to lose a dress size, that's all you have to do is lose 10 pounds. The point is this takes up less space than fat, but they both weigh the same. Now, what you need to know in the kitchen is to do macronutrients. Okay, macronutrients. I'm doing a fun little hand sign for you here. This is the building blocks of health. Macronutrients are not hard, and if they sound a little too sciencey for you, don't worry. This is going to be super simple, because if I can learn this stuff, you can too, okay? I've been teaching and learning my whole life, and I don't know about you, but I love to learn things and I love to apply it to myself. But this stuff is also amazing for kids. Unfortunately, kids' bodies fall prey to gaining weight gradually over time, just like us women as we get older. So it's kind of the same thing. Second macronutrient, the first video, this is in a 5-part video series for you. First video, we talked about protein. Today, we're gonna talk about carbohydrates. And actually, carbohydrates are necessary. Please, again, myth busted, please don't cut out all carbohydrates, okay? That is the fastest way to get yourself on a yo-yo diet. Just truth, right? If you haven't experienced that already. So what we do is we need carbohydrates. Now here's the trick though. A lot of us have been taught that carbohydrates are bread, pasta, rice, right? Does that sound familiar to you? Guess what? One of the reasons people overdo it on the carbs unintentionally is because nobody's taught that fruits and vegetables count as carbohydrates too. So again, myth busted, it's not just the rice and the bread and the pasta, although that's fine in very small amounts. Your body is using fruit and vegetables as energy, as carbohydrates. So all carbohydrates do, okay, is just imagine a little guy running, gives your body energy. Specifically, it gives your brain energy. Very important, okay? So we do want carbohydrates. However, we want low complex carbohydrates, the kind that takes a long time for your body to break down, like fruits and vegetables, whole grains, oats, things like that, with lots of fiber. That really matters too when it comes to carbohydrates. So when it comes to losing weight, maintaining a healthy weight as you get older, helping any of your kids be healthy as well, you're gonna need the macronutrients, okay, protein, carbohydrate, and then in next video we'll talk about healthy fat. You're going to want to balance them together. We'll talk about that a little bit more. Now, I also don't mean like, let's not eat the French fries and donuts and candy and junk like that. This is truth, okay? If you could just imagine when you eat the sugar and the candy bars and stuff, or letting your kids eat it too, and I believe this is coming across as like tough love, because this is what I see in my brain when I eat that stuff or when I let my kids eat it, okay? I know that eating the sugar, the candy, and even though it can taste yummy for just a second, this is what it's creating, okay? It's also creating inflammation, which is the root of almost all disease. So honestly, we want ourselves to be healthy, we want our kids to be healthy. Well, then we really need to cut down the sugar, okay? Don't cut it out entirely. We don't want to, create a complex in their brains or any of their mental state, and all that. But just imagine every time we're eating that or allowing our kids to eat it too, this is what we're creating. Now, I would imagine that you don't want that. I would imagine that you're here because we want to lose weight, keep it off, keep ourselves fit as we get older, and help our kids to do the same thing. So let's just keep it real simple. Go back to your macronutrients. Are you eating enough protein? Are you eating enough healthy, complex carbohydrates? Okay, that is what you want to know about. And then in the next video, we're going to dive into healthy fat. The next video, we're going to learn about how to balance them together to create that weight loss and what happens. And then I'm going to give you some kind of final tips and tricks to go along with that. So I hope this was helpful for you, just opening up your eyeballs, filling in any gaps that you may have in your understanding so far of nutrition. And drop me a hashtag value if this was helpful for you. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.